The Nomad from Consolidated Outland is one of my favorite ships in Star Citizen, and one that I feel is criminally overlooked by a lot of people. With enough room for a vehicle or a decently sized load of cargo, superb shielding for its size, and an extra large fuel tank, it really is one of the best all-purpose ships in the verse. Unfortunately, like most starter ships, the base components it comes with are pretty subpar. So, here are my personal suggestions for the best component upgrades for your Nomad. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to support me in my channel. If you're a new player just thinking of getting the game, use my referral code in the video description below for an extra 5,000 starting credits. Also, feel free to check out my Discord server, where we've got a great community of Star Citizens who are very friendly to new players. Now then, we've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into this. We'll be covering components in order of ease of access, along with where to find them and how much they will cost. Unlike my component guides for the lower cost starter ships, the components we will be snagging are on the pricier side, because the Nomad is a much higher end ship. For this, we will be going out of our way a bit to make sure we get the very best of everything for this excellent ship, though I will be offering some lower end alternatives along the way if your budget is tight. Keep in mind that after replacing a component, you may be told the ship has an error or not enough power. This can be fixed by manually cycling power to the new components from your onboard MFDs, or by turning the entire power to the ship off and then on again. The Nomad has pretty unique hardpoints for a ship of its size, so the way we will be equipping it will be just as equally unique. I'll be offering a few different options for each component on the ship, and even ways to combine them together for even better results. Either way, the first stop will be at New Babbage, where a large portion of the best components can be found. Let's talk about weaponry first. The Nomad comes default with 3 gimbaled size 2 laser repeaters, which is actually quite a good setup already, striking a nice balance between capacitor size and usability. If you want to scale up to size 3 guns, I do recommend switching from repeaters to cannons, as they get better usage out of the ship's capacitors at this size. The M5A laser cannons you can buy at the center mass at New Babbage are great, and cost only 20,100 Alpha UEC each. For some extra fun, you can also replace one of these cannons with a Sucker Punch XL distortion cannon that you can also buy at the center mass for 10,050 Alpha UEC for some nice blended damage. The missiles that come standard on the Nomad are also quite excellent, so I wouldn't really change anything about them at all. Instead, head across the way to the Omega Pro at the Commons for some other components. The Nomad has 3 shield hardpoints, one more than any other ship of its size, which gives us more options in how to equip it. The Omega Pro here sells the excellent Palisade shield generator for 23,200 Alpha UEC. If you want to, you can just equip your ship with 3 of these, but I personally recommend only going with 1, as we'll be grabbing another shield later on to fill the other 2 slots. Also at this Omega Pro, you can upgrade your coolers if you'd like. The coolers that come on the Nomad are usually plenty sufficient for everyday use, but if you want maximum performance, grab 1 each of an Ultraflow for 27,550 Alpha UEC, and a Zero Rush for 16,150 Alpha UEC. This combination gives the highest capacity cooler as well as the fastest cooler, for the best of both worlds. Next, head over to Her L5. At this station's Platinum Bay shop, you can buy the Atlas Quantum Drive for 17,900 Alpha UEC. While the Nomad has much more quantum fuel than the typical ship of this size, the very efficient Atlas Drive will allow you to make more jumps before needing to fill up again. If you need to save a little cash and don't want to get the higher end shields later on in our shopping trip to go with the Palisade from earlier, this is a great opportunity to grab a pair of 7 SA Concord shield generators here for 12,650 Alpha UEC each. Otherwise, hang on to it, because we'll be picking up some much better shields at our next stop to fill the remaining slots. Speaking of our next stop, we'll be heading to Orizon for the last couple items on our shopping list, as they can both be found at Cousin Crow's on the Providence platform. The first thing to snag is a pair of FR66 shields for 18,450 Alpha UEC each. This gives you a rather potent combination, as the single Palisade shield provides better protection against ballistics, but the FR66 is much better against distortion and is more durable overall. These qualities combine when your shields are full, making it a great combination. The last item on the list is a power plant, and the JS300 is the perfect fit. It's very powerful and durable, and is overall an extremely reliable choice of power plant. You can't go wrong with it. You can buy it here for 19,700 Alpha UEC. All in all, this little shopping trip will run you around 189,850 Alpha UEC in total. It's a little pricey, but the benefits to performance will be well worth it. Just remember that you don't need to get all of these components all at once. Just grab what you can afford when you can. Please remember that while these are my personal recommendations of what to put on your Nomad, this is by no means the perfect way to equip this ship. You are free to experiment with what you like to use on your ships and build them however you like to suit your personal playstyle. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like so I know to make more videos like this in the future. If you have any recommendations for ships I should take a look at next, please let me know in the comments down below. If you'd like to help support my channel, consider joining the channel membership for only $5 a month. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the verse.